Hello there, Friday afternoon, 20 past 5, and I'm out to some local crags for a quick overnighter in, guess what, the tarpon bivy. You've got to love a tarpon bivy, well I do anyway. Quite chilled out. It's a 15-minute run in the car, and it took me a whole 20 minutes because there were some caravans on the road. I was watching everybody getting impatient and overtaking, and I was just chilled out because it only took me an extra 5 minutes, so what's the rush? I mean, I'm lucky enough that the wife lets me have free rein for this camping palaver. So while the nights are a bit lighter, I tend to help out a bit more. So I collected Jed from school today, my son, took him to the gym, and then I fetched him, and I've had my tea, and I'm still out for a camp. So life's a good one, isn't it? Excellent. I've got a new torch to try tonight. I've been sent a new torch. It's the same make as one I've used previously, Trustfire. It's a new little one. It's ideal for the summer. We'll have a look at that in a bit. There were 6 cars just at the gates down there. 6 cars. So hopefully it's just day walkers. But now the light nights are here, people are getting ideas, aren't they, for the camping, and so are we, obviously. But worst case scenario, I'll just go home and come back tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Bit of a slow walk up because I'm in no rush. Lovely blue sky, and as normal the wind is ridiculous. It's blowing a hoolie. Forecast some right big gusts tonight. So I'll see you when I'm a bit closer. My favourite part about these forest camps is to walk in. You're amongst the trees and the air is just beautiful. I just love the air in these forests. I've seen one person walking out. That's one car. Interesting to see. So it's onwards and upwards. Well, I've been walking for 30 minutes and look where I am. There's a person up on the top there, on that top crag. Look at this. Wow. Loads of places you can go and camp here. Beautiful. Before we explore these crags, let's have a look on the top. The wind is just hideous. It's lovely, isn't it? Oh, I love it. Love it. Let's have a mooch about. Well, there's the first bivy spot found already. That's one, isn't it? There's a fair few spots around. It's quite steep up here, like being on King of the Castle. This is just crying out for the bivy up here. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look on the edge. It's very windy, so I'll have to be careful. It's quite a drop. Flat spots all over, just for the bivy. It's like being in another country, isn't it? Somewhere in the Rockies or something, looking down. I know that's a daft thing to say, but it's how I feel looking at these. Another flat spot here, look. Couldn't really get a tent in any of these places, but my word, it's spot on for the boyo here, isn't it? Let's have a look. The wind is just ridiculous. There's the crags I was the other week up there. You can see it takes a battering from the wind, look. I'm just about bouncing on the edge here. Let's have a look over there, look. Whee, look at it. My word. I love it. What a night. Fabulous. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a hell of a drop around these places, look. Gotta be that careful because it's so windy. Oh, I love it. I've got to choose where to pitch now. I mean, I'm spoilt, aren't I? Looks like plenty of places down there, but why be down the bottom when I can be up here? I mean, look at it. Well, that was a right struggle, even getting the bivvy set up. I'm not going to bother with a tarp. I don't think it's going to rain, and if it does, I'll just button down the hatches. I've got the hoop bivvy. I've got a lovely little pitch here. Look, I'll turn it round and show you in a minute. But look at my views. Look, let's have a look at this. Look at the views. Look at it. Wow. Hey, it's magic. Even gonna get a sunset tonight. I'm gonna turn it round now and we'll show you what I've done. Right, so the pitch we've got, I've watched it on step back because it's a fair drop down here. Look, it's a fair drop. But I'm by this big rock here. I've got my bivvy there. Look, it's pegged down. I've put the magic carpet down over there because I've been sitting on that. I've just brewed my first coffee. There's my brew kit. Obviously I've got no food tonight, just snacks because I had my tea at home. So the bivvy, normal. I've got the foam mat underneath, X-Ped mat, Rab Neutrino 400, and I've got my comfy pillow. So that's the setup. And there's my magic carpet and my bits and pieces. Well, let's just turn this round and have a look. God, look at that. That's fabulous, isn't it? Been lucky enough to be given this MT16, this Trustfire torch to test. It's a very small torch. I forgot to weigh it, but it says 35 grams without the battery, but I'll wait and I'll put the full weight in the description. It's got a pocket clip on it, so you can take it off this rubber headband and you can put it on a pocket and you can have it facing like a hand light to do little bits and pieces. But let's have a look at some other features. It's got a strobe on it, so if you hold it in for 2 seconds, it's got the strobe. I'll turn that off. It goes up to 1050 lumens. You've got a moonlight setting. See if I can turn it on. That's your moonlight setting. Then you've got low, medium and high. Hold it in to turn it off. It's a smashing little torch. We'll have a look at it when it's dark. It's drop protected to a metre and it's IPX8, so it can be submerged for a little while. It's got a USB-C charging point and a rechargeable battery. Now, as you know, my Trustfire, my big torch, my HR6, that's a very powerful one, 1300 lumens. That's an excellent torch for the winter, but it's a big heavy piece of kit, whereas this one is really light. And in the summer, when really you're going to be sitting like this and you'll only need this in the middle of the night or to make a quick exit off the hill, it's still mighty powerful and it's so light. It's an amazing little bit of kit. We'll have a look later. I'm just sat with a brew, enjoying the view. What more can I say? I mean, look at the view. I've got the sun going down, look. I've got the hills, I can hear the deer barking, they're making a right racket. Bit of high heather here, but that doesn't really detract from the view, does it? It's lovely, isn't it? I haven't seen a soul. I don't know where any of them people are, apart from that one I saw walking out. So, because it's going to drop to below freezing tonight, I've got my down trousers on. I've got me down boots, and I'm sitting here all wrapped up on the magic carpet, just watching this, having a brew. It's fantastic. You can't beat it when you get the lighter nights. If you tuck yourself out the way like this, you don't even need to see anybody. You can just have peace and quiet and chill out. This is amazing, isn't it? I'm just loving it. I can't wait to get in the Bivy. I'm loving this hoop Bivy. Yes, just chilling out, enjoying the view. Sun's going down now. Won't be long now. Just here in the Bivy, watching the sun. It's gone really still all of a sudden. Moon's gonna come out. It's lovely, isn't it? We're going to have a look at the sunset. It's on the way down now. I spoke too soon. I just went up on the top there to do a little video and I said it went all still. And I've come back down here and the blooming wind started again. Hideous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A sunset Bivy. I love it. We'll call it a sunset Bivy. I like that. This is magic, just sat here watching this. There's my kit down there. And we're just watching the sun go down. It's lovely, isn't it? It's already going really cold. It's going to be freezing or -1 tonight. So I've got the down gear on. I've only got the lighter sleeping bag. I've only used the Ascent 1100 once or twice this year. I've been experimenting with the down gear and just using the 400. And I even did that one night without a sleeping bag at all in the Bivy. And that was doable. I could probably manage tonight. But I've got the down gear on now so I can just sit down and chill out while I'm sat here. Then I'll obviously take the jacket and down trousers off when I get in the sleeping bag and just sleep in my thermals. Then I'll put these on again in the morning when I'm packing up. But I mean, just sitting there, leaning back on the rucksack, you need the down gear. Look at that, look, it's going now. Yeah, what a fabulous evening. I've really enjoyed this. And to think, I even took Jed to the gym, had me tea at home, and I'm still out for a camp. It's fantastic, it really is. I've had a great day. Just disappearing now. I've stopped doing the time lapses really. I might do the odd one, but I think when you're not talking, and I don't put music on my videos because I just use my phone and throw them together quite quick really. It's just, I just record what I do. So I think some of the time lapses might be a bit boring, so I'll just have a quick look at the sun going down like this and we'll have a chat. My hands are freezing now. Here's the last little bit now. It's just going to disappear away. The rocks look lovely, don't they? Nice warm evening light. It's just disappearing. I look down into that valley and that forest and there's so many places to camp. In fact, the sun's just disappearing over the Cheviots, isn't it? There's the Cheviots there. It's just dropping down there. It'll be dark soon. It's lovely. I don't know why the deer are making such a noise tonight. There it goes. I love it. Right, I must have me brew. We've seen enough of that, haven't we? Right, so we'll have another quick look at this torch. It's the same as the one I've got at home, the bigger Trustfire. If you press the light on the switch on the end, it shows you what the charge is. If it's green, it's fully charged. If it's yellow, it's on medium power. If it's red, it's low power. And if it's flashing red, it's charged immediately because it's about to run out. It's a good little touch, isn't it? But it's a smashing little torch. Obviously you can take it out of this rubber thing and you've got your pocket clip there. So you can clip it on your pocket and you can wear it like that. A hands-free light. I mean, my big Trustfire torch, I call it my trusty Trustfire. It really has been reliable. It's never missed a beat. It's a handy torch. Now this one here, settings on it for you. On moonlight setting, it's got a range of 2.7 metres. On low, a 30 metre range. On middle, 72 metres. And on high, 169 metres. And the battery ranges from 75 hours on low through to 10 hours, 2 hours and 90 minutes on high. So if you were going to use this to get down off the mountains, you'd have to be within like an hour of your car or have some means of recharging it, or carry a battery pack, which I do anyway. But for the summer use, it's a nice light torch. We'll have a look at some of the brightness of it now. It's amazing, isn't it? For such a little torch. It really is powerful. I'll turn the camera around in a minute and we'll have a look. Here's this torch. That's your moonlight setting. Ideal for close stuff. That's your low setting. That's your medium setting. And this setting is your high. It's amazing, isn't it, for such a little torch? It really is. I mean, it's really powerful. God, it's so windy, isn't it? Right, we've had a look at this torch. I think I'm going to have myself a brew. And I'm going to hunker down in the bivy with the zip done up for a bit because it's gone really cold. And I'll edit this YouTube blog. It's really going cold, but it's going to be minus one tonight. I mean, it's meant to be British summertime. It's mad. I can't believe what a nice sunset we had tonight. It was a cracker, wasn't it? It really was. Really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the morning. I mean, if you look over there, it's not pitch black tonight. It's getting like a typical summer's night. It's just the temperature. It's so cold. But I'm going to have me a brew. And I'll come back when it's bedtime. Right, I've got my final brew, so I'm going to get my jacket off, just getting me thermals, and I'm going to bed. It's 10:30. I've seen the night, what I need to say. I've edited most of my video, so there's nothing else to do really. I've had some snacks. And I've just had a nice relaxing time, so we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. I've just woke up. It's 5 to 6. I've got my brew on. Fantastic night's sleep. I did wake up. I think it was 1:45. My legs were absolutely freezing and my arms, so I quickly put my down gear on. Because it did go really cold. I can't see any frost around me, but it was forecast to be freezing and they were gritting the roads, so obviously the lighter sleeping bag, but put the down stuff on. fine as dandy. But another thing I've learnt, I've maybe found the one fault with the hoop bivy. I've had to turn it round, look, so I'm facing the rocks rather than that way. But you just sit up if you want the view, but look at that for a view in the morning, eh? Look at it. It's magic, isn't it? So where my feet end is at the bottom there, it was sort of, you imagine you're lying on your back, my right shoulder was like dipping over into a dip, and that was in turn the hoop of the bivy was going over as well, and it was making me fall against the hoop, and also it wouldn't allow me to zip the cross zip over for the hood. The stress on the bivy was, no matter how I pulled it, I just couldn't get the zip across. So I've just turned it round and put it at this end, right as dandy. So it is worth bearing in mind, if you're going to go into really unlevel terrain and you can't get like a wide enough flat spot for the hoop, the other army bivvy's probably better, just the British Army one, because it's only got the hood. But it was well worth the compromise turning it round, because in this vicious wind, obviously this bivy keeps the wind and the draft off you, and it also, because it keeps that Gore-Tex off you a little bit, I think that helps with the condensation. Now this is the first night I've used the hoop bivy without a tarp, and at the moment it's blown at the top of it, everything's dry, inside everything. But when I get out my sleeping bag, I'll have a look at the foot end, because normally in a bivy, if there's no tarp, the foot end is where you get your slight condensation. And that's because obviously your feet, especially mine being big, they're pressing up against the top of the bivy, and that causes the heat transfer, where you get that slight bit of condensation. So I'll be very interested when I get out, and we'll have a look at that. But anyway, I'll come back in a bit because the hands are cold, it's freezing, and I must have my brew. That's the most important. Well, I'm enjoying this, lying here, having a brew. I've got the hand warmers inside the gloves. My hands are like ice. I really do admire these campers that go up in the snow line and that and camp in the snow, but it just doesn't appeal to me, because once my hands get cold, I've had it. I just don't enjoy cold hands. And I've just realised I talk some rubbish, I do. I said before, this is the first night I've had the hoop bivy without a tarp. Well, that's a lie, isn't it? The last time I camped in those crags over there, I didn't use a tarp, but I had a much more of an overhang then, so the condensation wasn't going to land on the bivy. So what I mean is, the pitch I'm in tonight, there's no noticeable overhang to protect me from the condensation, so the cold was going to go all over the bivy and just fall. You know what I mean, like the cold air, there was nothing to stop it. So that's what I meant. And I'm going to try an experiment this morning. I'm going to deflate the mat. I'm just going to unpack the pillow out the bivy, deflate the mat, and then I'm going to zip the bivy up and I'm going to roll it from the bottom. So if it was wet, or if it was too cold, if it was too cold to pack up, I'll just roll it and attach it to the rucksack like a tent at the bottom. It's just another thing I'm practicing with a bivy. I certainly give these bivvies a proper workout. If you need advice on bivvies, I'm certainly qualified by now, because I love a bivy and I use them all the time. This is just magic sat here. I'll show you that again, look. I'm just sitting looking at that. Look, I'm just having my brew, looking at that view. It's magic, isn't it? God, I love a bivy. Yeah, dear, I must say the same thing over and over again. It's a sign of going mad, isn't it? Old age. Right, leave no trace as always. You can't really see the bumpy ground on the video. The sun's just come up, look. Have a look at the view. Isn't it beautiful? I just love the rocks, look. Look at it. Oh, it's fabulous. There's the chariots. I'll be making a return trip here without a doubt. Without a doubt. You can see a definite frost in places when you're walking, but it wasn't much enough to form much of a frost. Look at the views, look. This is a lovely pitch, isn't it? What a lovely camp I've had. That's my favourite view, looking that way. It's wonderful, isn't it? Right, I'm on the way back to the car. It's been a cracking camp, that has. Really enjoyed it. The views to wake up to were great. And sitting there last night in the dry weather, I know it was windy, but I sat there having a couple of brews, just watching the sun and watching the woods. It was lovely. Really enjoyed it. And when I packed the bivvy up this morning, I said we'll have a look at the footbox. When I rolled it up, I had a look, the footbox was completely dry. So that bivvy was bone dry again inside. I can only assume that the hood, because the hood area gives you that much more room and you can leave the side open a little bit for ventilation, it must allow more air in than the British Army bivvy. Because obviously that's got no head protection. I tend to cinch it up tight, and as a result there's not so much air moving around inside. So I think unless it's warm, like summer, the hook bivvy is definitely going to be the one to use, for the very fact that you can have a dry night. But it's a lovely experience, just being able to just peep out, no zips to undo, just have a look at the weather and what it's doing. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please subscribe. Comments are welcome, and as many subscribers as possible as well is welcome. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.